Welcome back. This is your 56th Market Watch report. Yes, for 56 weeks in a row now, I have been bringing you this report without fail. 56 weeks in a row. Help me out, my friends. Thumbs up. That gets to be used out to more and more people. These videos, every single Saturday. It's a lot of work filling out these cards every single week. Trust me, it is a lot of work, but I don't mind doing it. I want to keep everything transparent on this channel. You are going to be surprised at some of these prices you're going to see today. So buckle up, buttercups, because we got some price changes this week. For the ones that have not been here, we're going to walk you through it. We're going to start off with Monument Metals. The H stands for Franklin Halves. The Q stands for Washington Silver Quarters. The D stands for Roosevelt Silver Dimes. Monument Metals. Roll of Franklin Halves, $10 faces, $296.44 for $10 face. Quarters are $293.94 for $10 face. Roosevelt Silver Dimes is $146.97 for $5 face. Price breaks down to be each Franklin Halves, $14.82. Quarters, $7.34. Roosevelt Silver Dimes, $2.94. Let's take a bounce over to Hero Bullion. Halves, $306.80 for $10 face. Same with the quarters, $306.80 for $10 face. Roosevelt Silver Dimes is $153.05 for $5 face. Breakdown over Hero as follows, $15.34 each. Quarters, $7.67 each. Roosevelt Silver Dimes, $3.06 each. At Max comes in at this week, $305.73 for $10 face for the Franklin Halves. Same price for the silver quarters, $305.73 for $10 face. Roosevelt Silver Dimes is $154.65 for $5 face. Breakdown over at Max. $15.29 each for the Franklin Halves. Quarters comes in at $7.64 each. Roosevelt Silver Dimes comes in at $3.09 each. Let's go to SD. SD comes in at $307.32 each for $10 face for the Franklin Halves. Quarters comes in at $301.60 for $10 face. Roosevelt Silver Dimes comes in at $150.80 for $5 face. Breakdown over SD as follows, $15.37 each. Washington Silver Quarters, $7.54 each. Roosevelt Silver Dimes, $3.01 each. JM, we got some allergies here. JM Bullion is out of Franklin Halves. We gotta stop the melt, my friends. Quarters, $296.94 for $10 face. They're still out of the Roosevelt Silver Dimes. It's been quite a long time now they've been out of the Roosevelt Silver Dimes for $5 face. Breakdown at JM as follows. No information on the halves, of course. Quarters, $7.42 each, and still no information on the dimes. Channel sponsor Pinbacks as follows. $301.50 for $10 face. Channel sponsor Pinbacks is out of the Washington Silver Quarters at this time. Roosevelt Silver Dimes is $151.10 for $5 face. So breakdown at channel sponsor Pinbacks as follows. $15.07 each for the Franklin Halves. Quarters, no information available. Dimes are at $3.02 each. Like I said, you're going to be surprised this week. We got to stop the melt, my friends. We got to stop the melt. For the ones still seeing these comments on my channel. It's melted all. Mine will be worth more. It will be worth more. Your silver halves are not going to increase in silver value unless the price of silver goes up. The preems are going to go up. Stop thinking about the dollar, my friends. Stop thinking about the dollar. This is how important. People are so trapped in their minds how much money they're making. This is not money. I'm trying to get that. This is a promissory note. That's all this is. Stop thinking how much you can sell it back for. We got to stop the melt. There's not enough 90% silver to go around. When the crap hits the fan, and I'm trying to keep the language clean, but maybe I got to use the S word every now and then to wake people up. But when the crap hits the fan, we're going to be trading in valuable silver, gold, platinum, when the dollar collapses, people are going to be in trouble. Because they were not waking up yet. I'm trying to wake up more and more people. I've been doing this report for 56 weeks in a row. Go back and watch my previous videos. Go down through my videos. All of them are numbered except for number 1. I don't know what happened to number 1. It's in there somewhere. But I didn't number it. I didn't think it was going to start taking off. I just started numbering them. Every single week. When the dollar goes bye-bye, people are going to be running around not knowing what's going to happen next. Stop melting down the history coin shops. Your silver is going to go up with the premiums, my friends. When there's less of this available, that's what you're going to get. Your premiums are going up. But the question comes to be, are you going to get the premium back if this is still around? Are you going to be able to get your premium back when you start trading? Paying what the price of silver is. Alright? In dollar terms. Silver will probably be one day. Gold will probably be one day. It's still going to be something like the dollar, but it's going to be all stable coin. It'll be priced in stable coin. You really want that government control? Just asking. Before we move on to the prices of the coins individually, what their silver value is, check out channel sponsor Pinbacks. They have silver rounds. Various mint rounds. They took their 100 price point, 100 rounds. They dropped it down to 60. That is your best price possible right now, my friends. You can buy less than 60 rounds. They're random rounds. It's like a mystery package. You don't know what you're going to get. Keep in mind, the rounds you see on the screen may not be the rounds you actually get. Mystery packages are good. I like mystery package. You might get different ones. You might get all the same ones. Just want to be transparent about it. But your best price right now is 60 rounds or more. It's a good pickup if you're able to afford to do so. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Brian. The two owners of Pinbacks. They're good guys, my friends. Call them up if you need to. Order them. If you're having trouble, call them up. Send them in an email. Let them know what you're looking for. If you're having trouble getting through the phone lines, email them. Give them your first name or your last name. Let them know what you're looking for. That way they can have it up and get you on the phone, off the phone, and complete your order as quickly as possible. Thank you, Pinbacks, for sponsoring this channel, Coin Shop Chris. Thank you to the viewer, because it's not possible without you. Now I want to get into the prices of the coins themselves. You know how we're going to start off with the dreaded war nickel. I took a lot of heat about this. The war nickels. The smelters don't want them. Again, I said before, I'll say again, I don't care a rat's behind if the smelters want them or not. I'm not looking to smelt down any of my coins. The war nickels now have a silver value of $2.31. I remember doing these videos when they were $1.50, $1.60. They keep jumping up. They keep jumping up. They keep jumping up. People kept thumbing their nose at them. I'm glad I got them. The silver dimes have a silver value of $2.97. And just so everybody knows we're on the same page, silver value means exactly the same thing as melt value, but we are trying to stop the melt on this channel. That is why I changed the language. It means the same thing. For the ones that having a hard time trying to figure what I'm trying to say, it's the same thing as melt value. $2.97 your silver value dimes are going for. Your silver quarters have a melt value or a silver value of $7.43 each. Your silver halves. So all these silver halves you see on your screen are 90% silver. Take a look at them. Silver value is $14.86, my friends. $14.86. The dreaded 40% silver. The ones I've been attacked on too. I'm not buying no 40%. They're useless. Nobody wants them. 608. Silver value. I'm glad I got them. Yes, I'm trying to hit the trolls back at this point. I've been warning about this, my friends. Silver goes up, these coins are going to go up. Morgan a piece, dollars. Silver value, not numismatic, just the silver content in the coin is $31.77. Eisenhower, 40% silver hats. $12.99. Almost $13 have a silver value this week. That's what it closed at, $12.99. Let's move on to what silver, gold, platinum year to date. Silver year to date. Before I show this card, people have said recently on other YouTube channels, silver has not done nothing. Silver is not money. Gold is not money. Really? Well, silver is up $12.31 an ounce, or up 42.10% since January 1st, my friends. It's up 42.10%. But silver's not done nothing. Silver's not done nothing. Bull crap. Gold up $1,000. $12.30. Gold is up 38.33%. But gold has not done nothing. Gold's a barber's relic. It's a pet rock. Silver's a pet rock. Right? We know who you know who I'm talking about there. Platinum. Platinum's the wild card. I've always said that. Platinum's up $476.20. Or up 52.30%. But the question comes to be, is platinum really money? I say no. That's just my take on it. I think platinum's more of an investment. I don't think silver and gold is an investment at all. Silver and gold is there to protect your money. But to protect you from this crap. That's what silver and gold is there for. To protect you from hard times. Copper, year to date, up 52 cents per pound. We've seen it higher. It's dropped back. We're still up 13.03%. Bitcoin has actually come down in price. It's down like 5%. You remember seeing these? There was just a few weeks ago. Bitcoin was up 23,000. Bitcoin's only up $16,445.51. It's up still 17.42%. Some people would say Bitcoin's a new digital gold. Okay? Not trading like gold at all. Would you rather have Bitcoin or would you rather have gold right now? Just saying. Gold's outperforming Bitcoin. Silver's outperforming Bitcoin. In percentages. Let's not get the price involved. We got to look at the percentage. The price don't mean crap. It's the percentages gained. I'd rather have silver. I'd rather have gold. But I don't own gold. I own some gold backs. That is where I'm at with it, my friends. Bitcoin. Meme coins. The Ponzi schemes. Digits on the screen. Thin air. Backed by what? Backed by what? You can't hold a Bitcoin. You can't hold a meme coin. You don't hold it. You don't own it. This is tangible assets. That's what this is. Tangible assets right here. Silver, gold, platinum. Yes, you can say platinum's an asset. Bitcoin's an asset. Digitally controlled asset on a screen where somebody can shut it down. The system can crash. People don't think Bitcoin can't crash. People think it can't. The system cannot go kahoot. It's a computer system. You ever had a computer that went crashing on you and never came back on? You ever had a cell phone that broke, never came back on? You don't think this digital crap can go poof and never come back on? Really? Power goes out? What are you going to do? Internet goes out? What are you going to do? Power can go out. I can still use silver and gold as payment. Can't do it with Bitcoin. Can't do it with this Ponzi scheme meme coins either. Wake up, my friends. Wake up. Let's look at oil next. Oil's down. It's watching another channel. I'll call him out. Canadian Prepper. And I'm not sure if it was on that channel or on his other channel, Fed Now, or whatever his other channels. Something like that. Someone will correct me in the comments section here. But he's saying Russia has to send oil out because a lot of refineries have been hit. And there's a lot of oil on the market right now. Raw oil on the market. We just got news Saudi Arabia is pumping more oil out of the ground now. The market's flooded with oil right now. Oil's down. So why haven't other prices come down? We were all told prices are going up because oil was going up. That's not true, my friends. All right, that was just a scam to raise prices up. Oil's down. Why haven't prices come down? Just putting that out there. Dow Jones, down a little bit from last week. 2,856.64 in points, or up 6.71%. Stock market's overrated, my friends, on most stocks. I'm looking at my stock portfolio. I only own mining stocks. I told you the two biggest ones I have. The two biggest ones, I own 4 mining stocks. I'm only going to talk about the 2 biggest ones I have. Because the other 2 ain't worth to talk about, in my opinion, at all. I don't have very many shares of the ones, but the 2 biggest ones I have are doing the best. In percentages as well. Not because I got less. The other ones are just not rolling yet. The 2 stocks, Silver Mountain Resources, has done very, very well for me. First Mining Gold is starting to make a run. The Silver Mountain stock, Silver Mountain Resources, they're out of Peru. It's an old mine. They're going to try to mine the old tailings. It's saying there's plenty of silver there. There's a lot of work to be done, but that company has done very well. The stock has performed very well right now, and I'm very impressed with it. Peru can be a little tricky. They got the licenses in place. First Mining Gold is based out of Canada, which is a safer mining place to mine silver or gold. It's a safer country to have stocks in. It's not done as well. It's done okay. Should be a lot higher. I'm just waiting. Right now I'm still trying to get more First Mining Gold. Still at this price, around 16 cents a share. I'm still going to try to get more. I backed off of Silver Mountain. Silver Mountain's over $2 a share. My average cost for that one was 71 cents a share. They sold some shares. They bought a lot of shares back. I had a lot more shares than they bought shares back. I'm glad I hung on to it. I'm doing okay with it. Wish I had more when they bought it back, shares-wise. But it is what it is. All right, it is what it is there, my friends. Look at your dollar index. It's still down 9.88%. And people still worrying about this. How much money you make off of silver. How much money you make of gold. Silver and gold is your gosh darn money. You really think this is money? They keep printing this. They cannot print silver and gold. They cannot print silver and gold. They got to mine it. And this stuff in front of you, the 90% silver, your 35% war nickels, your 40% silver halves. There's a finite supply. They're not making this anymore. And some of these coin shops love to smelt this stuff down. They gloat about it. Because Because they're worried about the losing value of the dollar. That makes really a lot of gosh darn sense. That is what they're worried about. They're not thinking past their nose. Okay, they're not thinking past their nose at all. Our owner's been sitting on 40% silver as long as I've been working for him, over 5 years now. And there was not a lot of interest in 40% silver. You had a few customers, every now and then they were coming by a few. You know, they had a couple $100 and they said, oh, give me a couple 40% just to make it even $200-300 at the time. And we did that. There's some interest starting to grow on the 40% silver now. We cannot keep war nickels in stock now. We used to have a whole bag full of war nickels. They're gone. All right, they're gone now. People are changing. But some of these coin shops, all they want to do is worry about this. Destroy our history. They're destroying your history. They're going to be taking food away from you when the crap hits the fan, because there's not enough just to go around. Even if they didn't smelt any of it down, there is not enough 90% silver to go around. And people say, oh, there's plenty. Okay? You really believe that? If you really believe there's plenty, you are absolutely wrong. Because people hold common date change now. Remember, back during COVID, they were short on change. They were begging people to turn their change into the bank. Remember that, folks? Do you remember that? People were having hordes of change at home. They were asking people to turn their change in because they didn't have enough to go around. They stopped making 90% silver in 1964. We got more people in the States today. Think about that. How much of this stuff has been smelted down? We have no idea. And I'll say this again, for the ones who really think your 90% silver is going to be worth more, I don't care if silver is $40 an ounce. I don't care if silver is $50 an ounce, $80 an ounce, $1,000 an ounce. This is the same amount of silver no matter what the price is. The melting it down is not going to drive up this price. It's not. The premiums will be more. That's it. So when the people say, oh, my silver is going to be worth more, you're just thinking about yourself. You're not worried about anybody else. You're just thinking about your own personal stack. Your silver is not going to be worth any more because they smelted it down. Your silver will be worth more when the price goes up. And then it will be a premium. But now the question becomes, are you going to get that gosh darn premium back? Who knows? Remember March of 2023. 90% silver is about the same price, maybe a little bit higher now than you bought it in 2023. It was about 30 times, 33 times, up to 35 times. Some places I even heard it was up to 40 times face. For 90% silver. It was insane. Alright? It was insane. Silver it's about the same price. Silver's higher. It's gone up in value though, right? That's a real good way of thinking, huh? No. Stop the melt. People will wake up. People will wake up, and when the herd wakes up, your 90% silver will be the first to go, and the premiums will go up. Not because they smelted it down. These coins don't care if price goes up, price goes down. They still got the same amount of ounces of silver in them, or fractions amount of silver in them per an ounce. $1.40 face is considered an ounce of silver right now. And that's always it is. It's an ounce. It's an ounce. I laugh at some of these people who say, and I hear it in the shop too, well, all this 90% silver will turn into key dates. No. No. They're not going to turn into key dates. I don't know where the people think on that one is, but that's beyond me. But no, stop the melt. We gotta stop the melt today. Stop doing the business with the coin shops and pawn shops that openly admit smelting it down. If you need to sell, okay, if you need to sell, and you don't like the smelting going on, ask that coin shop or pawn shop who you sell it to. If you don't like that, take your coins someplace else. Stop. That's how we can control stopping the melt today. Take it to a business that is passionate about the history of the United States of America. For the ones who say, melt it down, smelt it down. Would you burn your family pictures? Would you burn your family heirlooms? Probably not, right? We gotta save our history today. Come join me with Stop the Melt campaign today. Let's put an end to this melt today. We gotta do it, my friends. We gotta do it. I've been warning about this. It's not enough to go around. Coin Shop Chris is out.